going to present my video demonstration for task 4.1, which is a persistence layer. First of all, I will tell you what is a persistence layer. Persistence layer is a part of backend system responsible for managing the storage and retrieval of data. It is essentially the layer that interacts with database or any other data storage mechanism to perform operations like create, delete, and update. Now, these frameworks map database tables to objects, allowing developers to interact with database using high-level programming constructs. Now, I'm going to explain what I have done in this by creating a table and inserting some values in it in Azure Studio database. Now I will explain my code, which is of robot command controller.cs. In this code, I have used directories namespaces required for the code to function properly, like Microsoft dot asnet core.mvc, which provides classes for building web APIs with ASP.NET Core, while systems collects generic and systems link provides generic collection types and link query operations respectively. Robot controller API models and robot controller API persistence is likely contain the data models and data access logic for robot commands. This robot commands controller class is declared and inherits from controller base, which is the base class for controllers in ASP.NET Core. Now I will explain this method HTTP GET, which is an endpoint mapped to the root API robot commands. It returns an innumerable robot command which likely represents a list of robot commands retrieved from the data source using robot command data access.get robot commands, which is here. Now I will tell you about my another method which I have used is HTTP GET move, which is an endpoint map to the root API robot commands move. It returns a filtered list of robot commands where is command is true. Now, another method I will be talking about is HTTP GET ID. This method is an HTTP GET endpoint mapped to the root where ID is a placeholder for the command ID. It receives a specific robot command by its ID and returns if found. Otherwise, it returns a 404 not found status. Now I will talk about next method, which is an HTTP post method, which is an endpoint mapped to the root API robot commands. It adds a new robot command to the data source and returns a 201 created status along with the created resource. Now I will use have used another method which is an HTTP put ID, which is storing endpoint map to the root API robot commands ID. It updates an existing robot command with the specified ID and returns a 204 no content status upon successful update. At last, I have used an HTTP delete method, which is mapped to the root API robot commands ID. It deletes an existing robot command with specified ID in my map controller CS, which is similar to robot command controller CS. In it, I have declared a private static field maps, which is a list of map objects. It initializes this list with some initial maps with map 1 1 2 map 2 null 5 5 10 10. Now I have also used various endpoints like similar in robot commands, which were get API maps, get square, http get id, http post, http check for put for up which is used for updating an existing map, and I have also used http delete, which will help in deleting a map by its id. And I have also used http get, which is used for validating if the coordinates are negative, and if they are negative it would return a bad request. And I have also used a find map id function, which would check if that map ID is within the range, and if it is not, it would return not found. So this controller manages maps, allowing users to retrieve all maps with square dimensions, add new maps, update existing maps, delete maps, and check if a coordinate is within the boundaries of a specific map. Each method corresponds to a specific HTTP request method and performs the action on the map's data. On data access.cs, I have used this using NPG SQL, which is a driver and is used for allowing interaction between PostgreSQL databases. Moving on to the robot command data access class, I have designed this class to encapsulate the data access logic and declared a static class named which contains methods for interacting with robot commands in the database. Continuing with the connection string, which defines a constant string containing the connection information for the PostgreSQL database. It includes the host, username, and password. In this public static list command, I have created a method named getRobotCommands which returns a list of robot command objects representing all robot commands retrieved from the database. And this NPG connection declares and initializes an object named con using the connection. The using statement ensures that connection is properly disposed of after the use, and con.open is ensuring that a connection is opened with the database. Now, using vrcmd, it is used to declare and initialize object name cmd with an SQL select query to retrieve all the robot command from the robot command table in the database. I have also used this method like which is public static robot command get robot command by id, which declares and retrieves a ID as output and returns a robot command object representing the robot command with specified ID. In the connection, I have used that same SQL select query to retrieve the robot command with the specified ID from the database. This NPG SQL data reader is created by executing the SQL command and retrieving all the desired result. If the data is successfully read from the result set, a new robot command object is created using the retrieved data and return. And if no data is found for the specified ID, null is returned. Now, in this public void insert robot command, I have used and declared a public command robot command object named new command as input and inserted as a new robot command into the database. A new SPG collection object named con is created using the connection, and the connection is opened. Now this SQL command is executed using cmd.execute non-query, which performs the insert options. Now moving on to a delete option, I have created this and which takes an integer id as input and deletes the corresponding robot command from the database. It also works similar to all other. First it will open a connection, then it will close an connection, and this data assess logic for interacting with robot commands in the database. It is used for handling, retrieving, updating, inserting, and deleting robot commands, providing a layer of abstraction for working with database. Now, I am going to explain you about my map data access.cs, which works similar to and have all the similar endpoints and names with the robot command data access, and it is also having the same password, host, username, connection when a postgre database is created. And I have also used these all these same things which I have used in previous course, that endpoints, and each method encapsulates data operations related to maps, providing a modular and reusable way to interact with map data in the application. Thank First of all, I would start with get robot commands, and it will show all the robot commands that I have entered in it. and are present. Now I should get robot commands move. Here are all these. Now I will be checking that the entered ID is present or not. If it's present, it would return 200 OK message code. Now I would be posting robot command, which is here. Now I would be putting this in my robot command number 6, which is ID 6, and now I would be showing you this updated version. Here it is. Now I'm going to delete a robot command ID and I have chosen 6. Now I will also show you the result, whether it's deleted in it, and hence it is deleted. Now it is not displaying any ID number 6. Now I'm going to do it for get maps. Here it is. It would show all the map IDs and maps available. Now map squares it will show, and here it is. Now I'm going to post it in some ID, and here it is. Now I will show you the results, that whether it is updated. First of all, it was showing 2. Now I have added another, so it is displaying it is correct. Now in this put method, I'm going to put this data in my ID number 3, and here it is. Now I would be showing you whether it has been updated or not. So you can see it has been updated. Now I'm going to delete it. Suppose I want to delete ID 3. It is deleted. Now I will show whether it is deleted or not. So here it is. It's deleted. Now I'm going to show you the coordinates and that ID. Suppose ID is 1 and coordinates are 4 by 4. Yes, these are present in this range, so it has returned true.